Craney, if I was Bo Chinnery, I'd be taking advantage of that rule in the ruck. Once that ball goes in the air, I'd be running across the line and trying to take Tyson Wood's space because he's got him for size. He'll have him for leap. He's an aggressive player. I'd be running into him all day.
And Bunbury are kicking to the scoreboard end, so they'll have the breeze for the first quarter here and making the most of the breeze. Even though you got the breeze, gentlemen, that is a tricky breeze to kick a goal with, isn't it? You need to, whether you're the right side for a right-footed Macca or not, it's a tricky breeze to kick goals with.
It is a tricky breeze to kick goals with, and you get the protection. If you come this side, you get the protection of the grandstand, but then once you get out into the pockets, you're at the mercy of the Divine Lord with the conditions. I just noticed Chinnery starting on the bench, Craney, and young Kelton Kemp starting in the ruck for the Magpies, and he'll be taking on Tyson Wood.
McKenna Taylor to half back. You picked that match up very early on, Macca, because it looks like he's off to Kai Mears.
Yeah, we did said that off air, didn't we?
No, but he's changed. He's gone to Hoffman.
And I'll make sure I call him Taylor this week rather than McKenna. It's funny when a bloke's got two surnames.
Not far away from a start here at Hands Oval. As I said, the winner, they get to play in the grand final next week, and the loser, they get to put their boots in the cupboard. The umpire holds the ball aloft. This is SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
And up they go for Hyundai. Ball's one down by Wood. Good knock by him. It's taken there by Austin. He can't quite. It's actually Parkinson. Gets a handball into no man's land. That man, Taylor, takes the ball and kicks to the outer side in front of Mitchell. There's a foot race on between he and Meadmore. Meadmore applies pressure, wins the day. Spits it out only as far as Hall. He gets it to Mitchell, who tries to go off the ground, and in the end, the ball trickles over the boundary line about 65 metres around from the Bulldogs' goal.
Meadmore and Mitchell's an interesting matchup. A few games of footy between them two.
That'll be one to watch. The ball will be thrown in 70 metres out from Bunbury's goal. Need to score early with this breeze. Woods hits front position, wins it down to Busher, playing in the middle again. Tackle far side of the ground, comes back to Busher.
Oh.
Mitchell goes in the middle of the ground looking for Wood. That's a dangerous kick. It spills out the back to Hoffman. Then it's driven forward, looking there for Crichton. He's way up the ground. Bounces nicely for him. He misses what he should have taken. Gets a handball back to Hoffman. Chucks it onto his boot. They're away now. Mears drives the ball long. Finds Arbin. Arbin's kick. Misses the target. Bounces past Wood into the arms of Eckert. And he's been tackled. And free kick will be taken.
And away they go. The Bulldogs out of defence. It clears as Hawks' head. Picked up there beautifully by the Magpies, and they go down the wing, but it's not the best kick. Oliver's in a bit of trouble there for the Bulldogs at half back. Sanford paying him a fair bit of attention. Big tackle from Jackson Arbin, and the umpire's going to ball it up. Or is it a throw-in? It's a throw-in. Just at left half forward for the Magpies. Just a minute 40 gone in this first quarter. Up they go.
That on the Preston Power Equipment clock, is it, Mac?
Yes, it is, Craney. Ball slapped down by Wood. It's a big slap down. Mitchell, he's got two to beat, and he just walks it over the line again, just on centre wing on that far side, both teams.
He's been busy early, Mitchell, just covering a fair bit of ground.
Been involved in the play. Looks like Johnny Meadmore's got the job on him. Actually got two on him there, Craney. Ganser as well. Ball comes back into play for cashforcans.com. Wood wins it down again. Field takes it out. Now coming through Tucker. He's dispossessed. Tackles being laid for Bunbury. Mower service everywhere. Ball still in dispute. Umpire says play on. Good umpiring. And they'll ball it up just on the edge of the centre square, still at centre wing.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
Up they go for Hyundai. Wood winning again. Austin takes it though. Tackled as he goes to kick it. Umpire says holding the ball. Well done to Hamish Hall. Beautiful work by the veteran. So he takes a footy. Looking for options. Goes to short pass wide. Perks. We've spoken about him in recent weeks. Craney is the all-pest defender. Passes it into Taylor. Taylor plays on, finds Hawks. Just forward to centre now for the Bulldogs. They're going about it methodically. Now he goes long inside 50. Players set themselves. Where's Parsons? Got a hand on it. No one can grab the footy. Meadmore does. He's wrapped up just inside D50 and the umpire's going to ball it up.
They actually brought it to the attacking side. They worked that across there very well.
Had a good look at that Parsons too, didn't he? Just couldn't get it on the second grab. So ball thrown up. They go again. One down by Parsons. Fraser's there. Parkinson's there. All he learnt was that D-Mill drives a tackle. Could have been taken without it. Comes out the back.
The D-Mill Weaver.
Goes out towards the commentary box. Looking there for Cameron. They have the numbers here, the Bulldogs. It's fairly slippery there, isn't it? Crichton comes in. Gets a handball away to Akers.
Ooh.
And the ball's been pushed over the boundary line. So 4 minutes into the first quarter. Still no score.
Plenty of pace on the game, though. Actually, a little bit slippery underfoot, which is unusual for hands, but we've had an enormous amount of rain.
The conditions affecting the skills as you'd expect, but both sides going hard.
So up they go again. Woods gets front position. Wins it straight down to Busher. Kick smothered. Comes to Parkinson.
Ooh.
Big bump in there. In comes Woods. Now they have the numbers.
Oh, clever.
Oliver chucks it onto his boot. That could stay in play with the breeze. It does. Then it's pushed over the boundary line.
That was
by
McKenna
Knott.
Taylor just swooped on that Weaver. He's very good ball handling early.
Craney, he's a man who's built for September, McKenna Taylor. He will be loving the big moment. The ball's just inside 50 for the Bulldogs. Left forward pocket's going to be thrown back into play. Players set themselves on the ruck. It's Wood and Kemp.
Oh, no one on it.
Ball comes to Field, gathers it off the deck. Still inside 50 for the Bulldogs, and they're going to ball it up just at the top of 50.
Jeff Lowe Barraclough running the water for the Bulldogs.
They'd
gents.
love him to have
It's
a
bit of an
Guernsey
out.
on, wouldn't they? Up they go. One down by Woods again. Puts it out in front. Austin is reading his knocks very well. Ball comes out. Field goes long from 55.
Oh, he's had a
He's
crack.
had a really good kick on goal. And he draws first blood in this preliminary final for the Bulldogs. And on the Southwest Isuzu Ute scoreboard, it's the Bulldogs one straight to Busselton, yet to score.
Going to give you a tip for the WA Carver Supermarket goal of the day, mainly because it's the only one we've got so far, Weaver. But that was a very good goal, wasn't it? He picked that up, weighed up the opposition, threw it up in the breeze, and it went through at goalpost height. So good start for the Bulldogs. They'll put a fair bit of pressure on. Of course, they'll be kicking with the scoring end at hands over for the first quarter.
Well, he found a bit of space, didn't he? And then he assessed the situation, got away from the pack, and made no mistake from 50 metres. So opening goal of the game, the way of the Bulldogs, 1 goal straight 6. Busselton yet to score. Most of the opening part of this quarter played between the two 50-metre arcs. This time Kemp wins it down in the middle, comes out the back to Busher, playing as a ruck rover, gets it over to his old teammate in Mitchell. Kick smothered. Out they come, had Austin there, driven forward, goes towards Crichton. Could have been pushed underneath the ball. Free kick's been paid.
Tell you what, Austin's working hard around the stoppage, Craney.
Yeah,
Goes
good player.
away.
Third, second in the Hayward too, Aiden Austin.
Oliver kicks across goal and finds Renton. He'll go wider, looking there for Hall, puts him under pressure as it's set up in the air. Boundary line's there, now it goes across the boundary line. And we thrown in, probably 75 metres out from Busselton's goal. Yet to score, opening 7 minutes of the first quarter.
So the ball's about to come in for cashforcans.com.au, right in front of the South Bunbury social rooms. In they come, Kemp and Woods. One down by Kemp, just Mitchell slaps it forward for the Bulldogs. Away they go. They've got a handball out to Hawks. Hawks takes it. He goes on again looking for Jet Woods, the plural Woods, Craney.
That's a Wood and Woods.
Yep. So he'll be the plural all day.
I like the
Listeners,
way the young fella attacked that footy too. That's what you got to do in finals, isn't it? Tack the footy.
Oh, he tacked it with real vigour. Kemp and Wood to go again. The singular. Away they go. One down by Kemp from behind. Goes to Busher. Thought about bombing it. Then lowered his eyes. Goes inside. Parsons can't grab it. Fraser's there to mop up. The veteran for the Magpies. Dribbles it around the boundary line. Mears slides but couldn't quite take the mark. And it'll be a throw in about 60 around left half forward for the Bulldogs.
That was a terrific throw-in by that young man there too.
Yeah, he's done exceptionally well, Craney, for
give him
cashforcans.com.
points early.
Ball comes back in again for cashforcans.com.au. Wood and Kemp. Wood used his body well. Austin sharks it again. Got it out there to Hoffman, who's brought to ground immediately by Field. And these two midfielders are really having a crack at each other early in this game, Craney.
Thanks to SKG. Get your scans, SKG. Thanks for being on board.
Away they go. One down by Wood. Taken by Hoffman. Tries to break through. Eventually gets to Austin, who gets it off his boot. Umpires found a free kick. Going to go to, is it Hoffman or... Yeah, it's Hoffman for the tackle lingering. That was LaMonica who was responsible for that free kick. Brings it out only to Akers, who's wheels around on his left boot. Long down the wing. Chinnery stands in the way. Goes over back. Big fist by Kerwin. Taylor grabs it. Tackled. Umpire said holding the ball. Tried to do a little bit too much. Good tackle by Mears for Bunbury.
That's a Bunbury mower service one. Yep. Macca, you're onto it.
So
good player, young Mears.
Yeah, I haven't quite seen him yet, but I'll take your word for it. He goes long into the pocket, straight down the line. Wood.
That's what you want a big ruckman.
That's the big ruckman. Does really well.
Push back into a hole and take those big grabs.
He started the game well. That was Oliver who got tackled holding the ball, by the way, not McKenna Taylor. Ball comes back out to the grandstand. Wing, big fly from Knott. That's a contender for the CPR Outdoors Mark of the day. Goes into the middle of the ground, finds Meadmore, another veteran. Now they're in the centre circle and away they go. That's Torrey off the right boot. Goes out to the far forward pocket looking for Ganser. Not the best pick. Kick trickles out of bounds.
Not the best kick, but how was the mark by the veteran?
Brilliant. And there will be a throw-in for cashforcans.com, 60 metres around on the left half forward for the Magpies.
I should have done a little bit better there. They had to play that kick, but that wind just takes that ball. Any errant kick will carry. Ball to be thrown in 60 metres out from Busselton's goal. Yet to score in this opening first 10 minutes. Woods hit front position. Winch just slaps it forward. Will it stay in play? It does. Oh, it's been run out of bounds. Centre wing. 10.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Busselton yet to score. And just a solitary goal the way of the Bulldogs, courtesy of a 50-metre kick from Trey Field.
Those clouds Jared O'Brien was talking about are starting to come across the ground.
Absolutely.
Very gloomy out there at the moment across Hands Oval.
Yeah, it's probably one of the worst days you could get for footy.
So this time Chinnery will be up against Woods. This is a better matchup, I think, for Busselton. It comes back to Chinnery, gets a handball over. Ball's driven forward. Busher in best position, gets his player under the ball, takes a terrific mark. Handballs over to Mitchell. They're inside 50. Hawks in good position.
Good
Met there by Torrey. Gets the ball down to ground. Comes to Heisman. Snap on goal from Heisman.
Oh.
Through for a minor score.
Gee, that was a good bit of pressure from the Busselton defence there. Dylan Heisman, very clever footballer.
Fraser brings the ball back into play for the Magpies. 11.5 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment shop clock. Bowman has the football, drives it down. The rain team's down here at Hands Oval, and this is going to turn into a bit of a slog early.
Hard to get that Gen X engineering teamwork going, isn't it,
Absolutely, Craney, but there'll be plenty of throw-ins for cashforcans.com.au. Don't worry about that. So the ball comes back into play. Right half forward for the Bulldogs. Wood takes it out of the ruck, gives it to Mitchell. Slung as he kicks it. Ball trying to get to the line. Seeing it over there is Parkinson, and they'll do it all again for Cash for Cans.
And as much as I've been impressed with the way you've got those couple of sponsorships out early, Macca, I just thought the sympathy we showed for Charlie and Jared during the pre-match was sensational.
Laurel and Harden.
Where are they now, though, Weaver?
One down by Wood. Field can't quite get his toe to it. Ball moves forward by just knocking it on. It's been wrapped up now. 55 out from the Bulldogs' goal as this wind has taken on cyclonic proportions.
Yeah, the goalposts are starting to move down there, aren't they?
Up they go for Hyundai. Sanford tried to get it through. Field stands up in the tackle, then hacks it forward. Ball pitches. Done very well, did Meadmore. Then he just brings it over the grandstand side. Torrey can't grab it cleanly. Ball's picked up there by the Bulldogs, trying to claim a free kick, but the umpire is going to ball it up 25 metres out from the Bulldogs'
That was
goal.
outstanding by Meadmore. He trapped that exceptionally well.
Ball thrown up, 30 metres out. It's won by Chinnery towards Hawks. Handballs back to Mitchell. Couldn't get his kick away. Led off there. Out they come through Torrey, right in front of the commentary box. Is the wing going to hold it in? No, it doesn't. And it goes out of bounds on the full. And the ball to be brought back in by Bilsich.
Umpires are letting it go, Craney. Good finals
That's
footy.
good. That's the way it needs to be.
Bilsich drives it long. Not the best drop on there as it comes over to Torrey once again. Been prominent early, Torrey.
Oh,
In they come now. That was Eckert moving right down, but the ball's marked by Akers. Right on defensive 50 for the Magpies. He'll go onto his left boot, right in front of the commentary box. Once again, we got a good look at this one. Free kick's been given. Is it Renton?
there's no short of physicality in the contest, is there?
No, it's good. It's very, very good early. And so it should be, Mac. Rewards are huge.
Yeah.
So Liam Renton, he'll drive this ball long once again. Terrific looking kick. It'll just get inside 50. Up the back was Parsons.
He was coming from a long way back, though.
Unrealistic attempt there from Parsons. And Fraser takes the free kick for the Magpies. Yet to score. Southwest Isuzu Ute scoreboard. 1 goal, 1-7 the Bulldogs. And Busselton yet to score. Tricky little kick there from Fraser. Comes towards Parkinson. Now it's out to Busher. Snap on goal.
A twicky little kick. Live that one, Weaver.
And a Twicky.
One of those twicky little kicks.
Is he sponsoring today, too?
And that didn't come back, and it goes out of bounds on the full.
14 and a half minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment shot clock. And they're just fetching the footy. But
Yeah, Anthony Gallagher would have loved that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Put another footy behind the goals, he suggested.
Yeah. And it is 7 points the lead to the Bulldogs on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard at Isuzu Utes scoreboard at this stage.
And the Harvey Norman interchange bench is going to be very interesting to see how both these coaches use that this afternoon.
And Bowman to bring the ball back into play for the Magpies, and he's going to bring it grandstand side. Big long drop punt, gets it out to half-back. They fly. Renton grabs it off the pack, handballs it away, and he's been given holding the ball. So incorrect disposal, I suppose. So Austin has that. He goes for the short pass. He finds Hoffman, who's got into a bit of space. Look for the handball. No one to give it to, so he plays on now. Goes on the right boot, right down the wing. The ball eludes Kerwin. Renton getting back. He's been prominent early in this game as Renton. Picked up by Perks. Hammers it forward. Lux of Fortune lands with Taylor. He goes in looking for Hawks. Hawks stands his ground. He's got 3 to beat. Austin absolutely bundled off it by Field. And the umpire has said push in the back, which I thought it would have been just play on. It was a fair hit, but Austin's got the free kick. Put his head over the ball.
You're right about Renton. He's covering a fair bit of ground up and back.
Yeah.
Putting himself up for Western All Pest Services Defender of the Day early.
Austin goes long inside 50. They fly. No one can take the mark. Mears toe pokes it out forward for the Magpies again. They're desperately searching for their first goal. No one can gain possession. It's about 15 metres out for the Magpies goals. It spills out now. Ball's floose and then off the ground by Tucker. And it's a first score for the Magpies off the opposition boot. It's at 1 behind.
So clever work there from Tucker. He's under pressure, so he socketed that through, and they'll reset once again. So first opening score for Busselton comes nearly 17 minutes into the first quarter. They're 1 point, 6 points the margin. Bulldogs 1 goal, 1-7. Southwest Isuzu Ute scoreboard. And it'll be McKenna Taylor to bring the ball back into play. Crosses the square, going straight down the middle of the ground, looking for the big frame of wood. Parsons is there, works his way in front, drops what he should have taken. Over the ball, it spills out the back. Bilsich first on the scene. Will it sit up for him? It does. He tries to push the ball over. It goes out of bounds and it'll be thrown in. 70 metres out from Busselton's goal.
Nice little roost in from McKenna Taylor.
Yeah, I was going to say, he went for home, didn't he? It's a ripper.
Well,
Jeez, I'd love to see him across half forward.
Parsons worked his way in front. It just sort of everyone just opened up and he got there a little bit too easily. Ball's thrown in. Chinnery, Woods gets front position, wins it down. Tucker drives the ball out. Comes to Mitchell. He looks long, but Busselton have the numbers back. The mark taken by Knott. So just slowing things down here. 6 points the margin. Busselton wouldn't be unhappy with this.
They'd be very pleased with this so far, Weaver.
They just, Bunbury haven't used the wind at all, so 1 goal is not much in the context of this game. If they can get one before quarter time, This match is dead even once again.
I've been impressed with Austin, Craney.
No, he's a seriously good footballer, Mac. No doubt about that. That's why he polled so well in the Hayward.
Absolutely. Taylor takes the ball, kicks it in for the Bulldogs, goes to half forward. Big fly there from Busher, couldn't take the mark. Ball's in dispute, comes out now towards the boundary line. Players calling for, what do they call that, Craney? Insufficient.
Yeah. It's one of those rules where you toss the coin up, I think,
Well,
Mac.
just deliberate. We'll go back calling it the old rule. And the ball's going to come back into play for cashforcans.com. We've got Wood and Chinnery to go at it.
Eckert coming off on the Harvey Norman interchange bench. Interesting early.
Ball comes back into play. Wood slaps it around. Field can't. He takes a footy, but then two Magpies get hold of him, and the umpire's going to ball it up. Brody Howe getting involved there in that little
Good learning
scrimmage.
curve for young Wood on not, although they're just changing over now.
One down by Wood again, slaps it back. McKenna takes it. McKenna Taylor takes it. He's wrapped up. Just forward to centre wing for the Bulldogs. So stoppage after stoppage at the moment for Hyundai. Their game on event is now on. One down by Chinnery. This time, umpires found a free kick going the way of the Magpies. Chinnery being held in the ruck contest. So the ball will move forward. Big left foot drop punt just to centre half forward. Coming out to meet it was Cameron. Couldn't quite keep it in play. So the umpire's going to throw it in for cashforcans.com. High left half forward for the Maggies.
They'll be loving this. They've managed to hold Bunbury very well against this breeze.
Chinnery and Wood. Chinnery goes body early. Wins it down, in fact. Comes to Wood, though. By luck, he tumbles it forward. Coming out and meeting it's Gilchrist. Very skillful player. However, he's got a fair bit to do, and Austin ends up with the footy, and they're going to ball it up far side
The
centre wing.
entries for Bunbury now are going into pack marks. They need to sort of open that up a little bit, and so their forwards can find a little bit of room.
The Wood reaches over the top. Ball still in dispute. Umpire will come in. Centre wing. 6 points the margin. This is a good matchup for Busselton. Wood hasn't won it directly down now that Chinnery's in the ruck. Just a bigger frame compared to Kemp. Free kick. It's going to go the way of Wood for Bunbury, just as I spoke about that.
The veteran
Surely it couldn't have been given away by
then.
Chinnery. Drives the ball long, far side of the ground.
Oh.
Mark's been dropped.
Gilchrist would normally swallow those, Craney.
Absolutely. As you said, that wind is a bit tricky. It swirls a bit.
So ball to be thrown in, 80 metres out. 21 minutes gone in the opening quarter. And 6 points the margin. South West Isuzu Ute scoreboard. Chinnery up against Wood. Wood gets Chinnery out of the way, but no, Ruckman wins it down. Mitchell's in there. In they come, big tackles. Umpire letting it go.
Whoa.
And the free kick goes the way of Meadmore. Plays on straight away to Akers. Gets onto his left boot. And the wind's got hold of that one again. And it goes out of bounds. Centre wing. And McKenna Taylor.
We've seen that happen last week at Payne Park a lot, where the ball just drifted across that boundary line. Same here. Players need to adapt.
And I like the way Meadmore immediately trying to give the handball away to the running player to try and break the game open a bit. The execution was poor by Akers, but the idea was right.
So McKenna Taylor, centre wing, had a good opening quarter. Been called to play on,
Whoa.
gets around the player on the mark. Now drives the ball long. It'll just creep inside 50.
Oh!
Over the top comes Not. Big fist, spills down, smother. Goes out of bounds. Ball to be thrown in 45 metres out from Bunbury's goal.
He's in a
Tell
bit of
you-
a mood, the veteran big fella,
Tell
isn't
you
he?
what, Craney, it's hard work in here. I'd hate to see what it's like down there. 22 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock, and it's the Bulldogs by 6 points on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. Ball to come back into play inside 50 for the Bulldogs. Thanks for Cash for Cans. Ball's taken out of the ruck by Big Chinnery. Handballs it over to a teammate who goes long down that outer wing. Getting out in front's Crichton. He can go if he wants to. Tries to create a bit of space for himself. Puts himself into trouble and then gets holding the ball.
Good tackle for Bunbury Mower Service out there. Crichton very strong.
The Bulldogs go long down the line. Nearly a good mark to Busher. Picked up by Austin. They work it well to the Magpies, and that's Solberg who snaps it out. But that man Taylor, vying for best on ground honours at the moment, goes into the corridor trying to find Woods. Now the Magpies are back into attack. No mark to be taken. Ball spills in that one-on-one. That's Crichton fighting for it on the deck. Umpire's going to ball. No, he says play on. And there's the siren here to end the first quarter at Hands Oval. And Busselton 1 point, trailing Bunbury 1-1-7 on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard.
So it's quarter time, a very intense first quarter. Both sides having a fair dinkum crack at it. We'll be back after the break for quarter number 2. And welcome back to SEN Spirit's coverage of the Southwest Football League, where it is quarter time in the prelim final, and Bunbury 1-1-7 lead Busselton 1 behind. So very little in it, in a very tight contest. The skills, well, they weren't too bad considering on the pretty tough conditions that are playing out at Hands Over this afternoon. Busselton will kick with the breeze this quarter, gentlemen, and they could open this up if Bunbury are not careful.
Absolutely. Both sides hard at it in that first quarter. I particularly loved McKenna Taylor across half-back. He stood out particularly well. And Field and Austin were working pretty hard as well.
And Jared O'Brien, we've found him again. He's back down on ground level. What are you seeing, Jared?
It's actually sunny out here, Craney, which is a very different thought. Behind the grandstand, there is blue sky. Everywhere else, not so much. But not too much rain down here, but a very chilly and cool type.
What about that breeze, mate? Is that just fluctuating?
It does seem to be heading across the ground away from the stand, but then it sort of comes back at you. It's definitely floating around and swirling around down here.
For anyone who wants to know where the sun's going to come out, they can use Jared O'Brien as the gauge. If he's out of his little house down there, it's sunny.
So Jared O'Brien, that's his new name, the Gauge. The Gauge, I like that, Craney.
Just about ready for second quarter action here. As we say, we'll see what these two sides. You can never really tell, I don't think, Weaver, till you get to that half-time break when both sides had a crack at it.
Yeah, well, Busselton definitely had enough of the footy. They just couldn't score. But, yeah, this will be interesting. Next 20
Here
minutes.
Here we go. SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
Up they go for Hyundai. One down by Wood. Very well done by Field to Busher. Busher gets it to centre half forward by Foot. Big fist forward by Hall. That's good constructive footy. LaMonica gets a handball out to a teammate in Mitchell who fires on goal.
Wow, what a start for the Dogs.
What a start by the Bulldogs. And that's a contender for the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day. The Super Samurai drawing first blood.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That's a good bit of Gen X engineering teamwork, wasn't it? They linked up nicely there. Went on the outside to where Mitchell was waiting. He stopped, propped, and just popped it over. Only just got it through there, but that's good enough to do.
That could be a Buckingham the Butchers bucking big moment by Hamish Hall there with that big fist forward. That was great football.
That was terrific centre clearance. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, Kemper's really having a lot of trouble with Woods, and why they don't start Chinnery in there is an issue, but terrific centre clearance. Great finish by Mitchell.
How clean was Field off the knock?
This time Kemp wins it down. Well, I've talked him into it, wins it forward. Bunbury first to the ball, gets a handball back out towards Kerwin. Bush is there playing a terrific game in the middle of the ground towards LaMonica. Gets a nice bounce.
Well done,
handball
LaMonica.
Back, over to Field. Kicked a beautiful goal, the only goal of the first quarter. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Comes back to Field, wrapped up by Parkinson.
I think he confused himself at the minute there,
Tell you
Weaver.
what, they're playing a few tunes on the LaMonica the last few minutes, aren't they?
Oh, there you go.
So centre wing.
Just getting towards the end of the season.
Woods wins it down again towards Mitchell. Gets the handball over to Busher. In they go. Tucker's there. Comes back out. Jeez, it's hot in the middle of the ground. In comes
windy.
Wood.
That's a good
Wrapped
tackle. That is a
Was-
magnificent tackle.
Sanford.
The Bulldogs have got a real appetite for it at the moment, Alan.
Absolutely have.
Allen. I don't know who that is.
No, I just looked around too.
So Hall, middle of the ground. Terrific tackle on Sanford. Looking for options. Nearly kicks into the man on the mark. Goes up towards Willamonica. Comes back out to Tucker. Handball over to Busher. Closes on 50. Wynn's got a hold of this one. Oh, must have been touched off the boot, or the mark was spilled down there. Now they're in trouble. The Busselton defence. Umpire lets it go. Still in dispute. Still play on.
They're up and about, the Dogs.
Absolutely.
Ball's gone out of bounds, 20 metres out from Bunbury's goal.
You mentioned it before, Craney, the Gen X engineering teamwork at the moment. They're really happy to use the handball to put it to a player in a better position. Ball to come back into play, left forward pocket for the Bulldogs for cashforcans.com. Here they go. Big slap down by Jet Woods out in front of Torrey for the Magpies, who wheels around on his right boot and clears them out of defence for the tie being. Taylor and Hoffman have the contest. Comes off hand, and there's high fives everywhere for the Bulldogs because they get a throw in at left half forward.
Bright sunshine, would you believe, gents?
Absolutely. 4 seasons in one day here at Hands.
Still a bit breezy, though.
Ball comes back into play. Wood wins this one down. Biggs knocked forward, got it to Tucker, ducked his head, gets out of trouble to Busher, comes back to Tucker, back to Busher. They're flinging it around a bit. Pressure from the Magpies is intense. The Magpies would really love to get some ball forward.
Well, they'd like to get a bit of flow on their game, wouldn't they, the Magpies? They just haven't been able to click it into action.
Not yet. Up they go for Hyundai. Wood knocks it to Tucker, who keeps it in front. Then it comes off his foot, trickles out of bounds, 55 around from the Bulldogs' goal. Left pocket.
Geez, they're working hard down there. McKenna Taylor's been terrific across half-back. Goals are premium down that end of the ground.
4 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock as they throw it back in for cash for cans. It's Wood and Kemp. Kemp wins this one, does exceptionally well, the youngster. Ball doesn't move any further though, and they're going to ball it up 60 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal. Ball cannot move at this point in time. Kemp fists it
that's
forward
one way to
again.
get it moving.
Brute force. Puts it out in front of Hoffman. He can't get a handle on it. Taylor mops up. Tackled as he tries to get rid of it. Umpire says play on. Picked up there by Parkinson. Gets a handball away for the Magpies. Wood gathers, gives it to Mitchell. He gets it somehow to Munro. Munro can't gather it cleanly. Austin does for the Magpies. And away they go through Sanford. Into the middle of the ground they go. Puts it out in front of his teammate in Akers. But there to contend with was Heisman. He slapped it forward. Akers picks it up. Tries to create some room for himself. Handballs down the boundary line. The ball's still in play. And Perks brings it across the line. There'll be a throw in just in front of the dugout there.
That was a fair bit of pace by Dylan Heisman.
Absolutely.
He had the legs fairly motoring.
He's sucking in the big ones there.
He done well there, Heisman. Thought Akers was going to get around him there, but he put enough pressure on. Ball to be thrown in, centre wing. Woods gets front position, wins it down towards Tucker, starting to get himself involved in the game.
Oh.
Took too much time. Tackle there by Crichton.
For Bunbury mower service, Alan.
That was a nice little close in. I just looking, Wood and Tucker have got a fairly good understanding, although he got caught on that time.
So Crichton, he'll drive the ball long, deep inside 50. They have the numbers.
Ooh.
One of them's Renton over the top, comes second. Snap on goal from Bailey Sanford. And he's missed everything. Goes out of bounds. And the reload, once the ball's retrieved.
That's a wasted opportunity for the Magpies.
Yeah, they had a bit more time to do something with it. That's what they haven't quite got it into gear yet, haven't they? Showed little patches of it. The Magpies, we all know how good they are when they get that teamwork link up.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are really bringing the pressure at this point in time, and they're just making them panic a little bit. I know the conditions are terrible. So
It's Hamish Hall will bring the ball back in. McKenna Taylor was waiting there, but Hamish Hall thought, if I'm going to go and collect it, I might as well kick the ball back into play. So bringing him right on the point post, deep inside defensive 50 for the Bulldogs.
It was a nest of Magpies on the way out.
He's going to go long, gets it outside. Gilchrist there, Busher in best position.
jeez.
Wind held that up. Basically takes an
It was a little bit
uncontested
easy
chest
there
mark.
too by Bulger.
yeah, I think so.
Been good so far, Busher. Plenty of experience. He'll go across goal and finds Oliver. Goes wider, still deep inside defensive 50. Now they're on the far side of the ground. Goes short. Finds Taylor. He's working the ball nicely. Good mark. Has Tucker running past.
Field's been good.
Field opening goal of the game from 50. Goes wide. Over the top was Meadmore. The ball goes out of bounds centre wing. So Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. The Bulldogs 2 goals, 1-13. And Busselton with a solitary point.
And they've got some work to do, the Magpies, to
Well, the
get
Dogs are
themselves
playing
back into
with
this one.
confidence, aren't they? Because the way they went back and across the goals there, they just backed themselves in. And they need to continue to do that.
Absolutely.
As Big Wood comes back on the Harvey Norman interchange bench after a well-earned break.
And we've got the plural, Woods into the ruck against Chinnery. One down by Chinnery. Coming through is Austin. Good handball out to a teammate, and away they go, the Magpies. That's a kick from Bowman inside 50. Crichton can't take the mark, made a good fist of it. Perks there. The Magpies have still got it. Akers, can he find himself a paddock to work in? No, he's mowed down by Kerwin for Bunbury Mower Service, and they're going to ball it up 40 metres out from the Magpies' goal.
It's going to be hard to find a WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day at this rate, gentlemen.
Yeah, I know.
I've got a couple.
Up they go. Chinnery wins this one down. Austin sharks it beautifully. Hoffman outside 50. Stands and delivers. Don't think it's going to make the distance. Off hands in the square and it hits the post. So the Magpies on the Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard get another point closer to the Bulldogs. It's an 11-point ball game.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MG
50-metre penalty.
MGIB
Jeez.
is there.
These are goal today. So McKenna Taylor, he comes all the way up.
I hated
Centre
that as a
half back.
coach, Weaver, just to give ground away. Oh, that's a
Dangerous
kick.
kick. It works out fine. Finds Perks centre wing. Perks goes short. Looking there for
Nice
Hall.
grab.
And Hall takes a terrific mark above his head. Looks down for Parsons.
good
Hasn't got
work.
himself involved, but he gets the ball back out to McGinlay. Kick wasn't as good. Comes to Knott. Handball over towards Hoffman. He's got time to steady. Goes in the middle of the ground. Parkinson makes the spoil. Comes out to Oliver. Has Hawks there. Couldn't bounce up for him. Comes back to Parkinson on his left boot. Looking for Crichton. Good spoil by Kerwin. Tries to be clever. It might work out okay. Comes to Taylor. And he's got
That was
Tucker.
very clever.
Taylor's running hot for Giovanetti Firewood,
Oh,
Craney.
there you go, Jack. That one, he is at that, using the ball well too.
As Tucker finds Hawks. Parsons on a short lead and finds him still 65 metres out from goal. Oh, Parsons, he's missed that one. The wind might bring us back into play. It tried.
He was allowing for the breeze.
Starting
Weaver.
to,
I don't think it's that strong.
it was starting to curve.
But he's got his hands on the footy, Parsons, so he's still leading up
You could have bought a
solid.
drink at the South Bunbury Members Bar with that one.
The Seagulls are enjoying the terracing all on their own today.
And Knott brings the ball in. Woods is there with Chinnery. Got
Yes.
him out of the way illegally.
Fair call.
And Chinnery takes a free kick. Centre wing. Been good when he's been on the ground, Chinnery.
Absolutely.
He's a big frame. Gets onto his left boot, right in front of the commentary box. And Eckert gets Renton out of the way and takes a terrific mark.
Eckert on centre wing grandstand side, drives it long inside 50. Standing on his own was Mears, couldn't get it on the second bite. Picked up by Sanford, dances on the white line
Very
and he
clever.
spots up a teammate. I think it's Mears. No, it's Crichton.
Crichton.
Just 25 out and he's going to go back and have a shot on goal.
That was outstanding by Bailey Stanford. He could have had just a ping at that. He didn't. That's what we've been looking for. And we spoke about Bunbury in the first quarter. Seen Crichton drifted back on his own, popped it over the top. That's what you're looking for, just pure class.
So, the veteran, he'll kick from about 25 out.
The leading goal kicker for the Southwest Football League.
45-degree angle, right side for a right footer, Jared. In he comes. Deliberate approach, sends it on its way, and the Magpies have got their first goal. And on the Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard, it's Busselton, 1 goal, 2-8 to the Bulldogs, 2 goals, 15, 2 goals, 1, 13, 12 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
That was a beautiful link-up, as I said, from Stanford. But Liam Crichton, well, he's the leading goal kicker this year. He's had an outstanding season up front. Just got into the right spot. Caught the Bulldogs defenders a little bit unaware. They were ball watching a bit. And a nice finish by Crichton with that breeze. He put that straight through the middle, Weaver. One of your kicks.
Am I allowed to say he's one of my favourite players?
Terrific
I reckon you
unselfish
do.
work there from Sanford to find Crichton. Would have had the distance with the breeze, but he just made an uncertain goal into a certainty, and Crichton made no mistake from 25. Woods wins it down, middle of the ground. They're out once again.
Oh,
Tried
that
to
could
get
have
around
brilliant.
was Ganza.
Gee, the big ruckman
I'll tell you
throwing
what.
everything at it.
Wood's been great.
Handball over to Tucker. He goes wide looking for LaMonica. Got front position. The ball doesn't sit for him. Comes to Akers. Been good. Gets a handball over to Fraser. Goes onto his left boot. Looking for, was it Mears?
Down the ground.
And a down the ground free kick.
You need to stay disciplined.
Will go the way of Kai Mears. Seen him a few weeks ago. Terrific player.
Good young player, isn't he?
Where's he come from?
Grudge Door Southwest Rising Star, maybe, Macca.
Mears drives the ball long. Best position was Tucker, goes over his head. They have the numbers out the back. One of them's Renton, runs himself into a little bit of trouble, then puts it on the chest.
Do you,
So
get the
Tory-
do you get the feeling the Magpies are just starting to turn that
They've lifted.
volume up a little bit?
Yes, they have lifted, Craney. Absolutely.
The pressure on Renton, errant kick on his left boot, has found the chest of Tory, and he'll go back from 45 metres out directly in front, and this to put the Magpies in front. So Nathan Tory, terrific player, deliberate shot on goal. They've got their tails up now. In he comes. He's got the distance, no problem, but he's pushed that across the face of goal, and the let off there for the Bulldogs, and it's through for a minor score.
The Magpies are starting to open this game up a little bit, which is what they want. They want to get it back on their terms.
Jesse Kerwin to bring the ball back into play for the Bulldogs. A real let off there for them. Goes to the outer side. They fly. Big fly there by the Bulldogs. They gather the football. Gets it out to Heisman. He's tackled there by the Magpies, and trying to get after it was Hoffman, and he's bungled out at play. That was Hayward who laid the tackle on Heisman. So they're 70 metres around.
We're trying to find a CPR outdoors mark of the day too, gentlemen, if you can grab one of them for me.
Not took one earlier. Ball to come back into play for cashforcans.com.
Yeah, we want two to go, Matt.
One down by Wood.
We'll have something to compare with.
No one can grab the footy. Torrey seems to be up and about at the moment, and he's laying tackles, and he missed a shot on goal, but he's getting involved. Still at right half forward for the Magpies. Up they go for Hyundai. One down by Wood. Well done by Tucker. Throws a handball out to Mitchell, who's been good. Working hard with him is Sanford. The Magpies pick up the ball through Solberg, and the umpire's going to throw it in for cash for cans.
Thanks for SKG. Get your scans at SKG for your support this afternoon.
Rightio. Chinnery and Wood. One down by Wood. Chinnery gathers on, tries to bulldoze. Ball ends up with Mitchell. Handballs to fresh air. Gilchrist comes out. Met solidly for Bunbury. Mower service by Torrey. And the ball's going to be balled up.
Big Tyson Wood needs to spend a lot of time out for Bunbury, doesn't it? I know he needs a spell, but they're a better side when he's out there.
So up they go. Far centre wing for Hyundai. Tyson Wood wins this one down decisively. Tucker can't take it. Ball goes forward for the Magpies.
Was that a
Aaron
boundary
handball.
throw-in?
Oliver grabs it. Can't quite get it, and the Magpies are away. Sanford ran into a brick wall and then handballed it out of bounds. Umpire's going to ball it in for cashforcans.com.
I never quite know about them handballs that go over the top.
Yeah.
No, Wood is a terrific player. He's winning his fair share of the ruck knock, but they just can't get it forward. He's a good matchup for Chinnery as well as Chinnery is for him. So he's doing a power of work. And they're going to go at it once again. Ball's thrown in, goes over the top of both ruckmen. Mitchell tries to bust his way through, goes back into the pack. Jeez, it's tough in there. It comes out into Wood, chucks it onto his boot, but it goes backwards. Sanford's there. Tory comes in, getting himself involved in the game now.
And that breeze has picked up again.
Breeze is the wrong word, Craney.
It's
a full-blown
We
gale.
might fly down to Charlie, but he's standing up behind us now. Too cold down there for him.
Charlie got blown back up here.
Solberg. Ball's still in dispute. Far side of the ground, 70 metres out from Busselton's goal.
Not sure if Jared O'Brien is still down there.
No, he's a hard man, Jared. He'll be toughing it out for us.
1 goal, 3-9 the Magpies. 2 goals, 1-13 the Bulldogs. Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. Chinnery wins it down this time. It comes back to him. Gets a handball over his head just on cue. Craney.
Throw.
Umpire's seen a free kick, and there's that one. It'll go the way of Wood. So Tyson Wood.
The Magpies are really trying to get going, but Bunbury are really holding the storm.
Drives the ball long. Far side of the ground. In they come. Chest mark's been taken. Is it Parkinson? Drives the ball long, looking for Eckert. Is it going to get to him in the way? Is that man Wood once again?
Gee, he's playing an absolute beauty. I like when ruckman push back. There's a bit of an art to it.
Same spot as he took the last one. Drives the ball long. This is going to hold up in the air. We can nearly read the writing on that ball from here. But it lands in the arms of Heisman, who was at the front of the pack.
If Wood had stood still, he would have marked that again.
Fair to say it's a little bit windy.
Plays on straight away. Drives the ball long. Far side of the ground.
Oh, good work.
That's
That
a good
mark
mark.
is taken by Parsons.
Let's have a crack at that for a CPR Outdoors mark of the day as well,
All
contender.
right, we got 2 now. He goes in
I
short.
need something for you blokes to debate at the end of the game.
So all the play on the far side of the ground, the wind's dictating
Oh,
that.
dear.
That's holding up once again. Playing advantage. Took the mark played on, but the smother come off. Busselton there. Comes back to
Oh, a man
Gilchrist.
out. Mitchell's
Chucks it
out.
onto his boot and lands on the arms of Mitchell. He plays on. He'll drive it to the top of the square. LaMonica's there. Still holding up in the breeze. Meadmore's there as well. In they come. Meadmore drags the ball in.
Oh.
Umpire will come in and throw the ball up 25 metres out from Bunbury's goal.
Busselton 139, Bunbury 2-113 on the Harvey Norman electrical scoreboard as the ball goes up for Hyundai. Big hit there by Chinnery. Ball's in dispute. Socket off the ground now by Parkinson. Coming through head first was the Busselton player, and the umpire is going to ball it up, and getting up is Sanford.
I like what the umpires are doing. They're letting the boys play.
They are, and fair enough in the conditions. Inside 50, one down by Chinnery. Taken there by McKinley. Ball gets forward for the Bulldogs, ever so slightly, but they're going to throw it in for cashforcans.com. Dangerous times for the Magpies if Bunbury can sneak one here.
Yeah, they just looked like they were starting to build something, the
Yeah.
Magpies, and Bunbury have put a stop to it.
Left forward pocket for Cash for Cans. One down by Parsons. Out in front of Tucker. Can't pick it up. Ball's taken by Howell, and he smacks the ball forward. No one can take the mark. Saltberg gets it off the deck, and then he snaps it on his right foot, but waiting back behind the play is Ashworth. Takes a
That
good
was a
mark.
nice grab too, actually.
Yeah, takes a good mark on his own, Ashworth. Now he goes the chip pass in these conditions, which was clever. Kerwin takes the mark. Good player, Jesse Kerwin.
Your
On the
favourite player, Mac?
one of them goes inside 50. Parsons can't mark it. Goes to Busher. Mitchell snaps inside, but waiting there, Nathan Torrey, who's been impressive in this quarter. Liked his hard work off the ball, and he's finding a bit of it himself. Torrey goes back out to that outer side. Players set themselves, goes through the pack. Here's Ashworth again. Keeps his head over the footy. Well done to the youngster. They've tied it up. Umpire's going to ball it up left half forward for the Bulldogs.
If they can sneak one just before half time here, that first quarter only went for 23 minutes, 1 goal apiece in this second quarter. They'll give themselves every chance in the third quarter to really drive this lead home. Wood goes up, wins it down clearly. Sanford's there, wheels onto his right boot, stays in play, but out the back was Oliver. And the ball sport out of bounds, centre wing. 1 goal, 3-9 the Magpies, 2 goals, 1-13 the Bulldogs. Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. Nearly 21 minutes gone in this second quarter, prelim final. The remaining spot up for grabs for next week's grand final v South Bunbury.
Looking for a rising star this afternoon thanks to Garage Stores Southwest. There's a few players putting their hand up for that already.
Well, I think if Charlie can get out in the middle of the ground at half time, he might put his name up as well. As this time, Chinnery wins the ball down, goes towards Heisman, holds up, in comes Hawks. Great tackle in the middle of the ground. Umpire once again will come in and throw the ball up. Just forward to centre, Bunbury's way.
He's a rising media star, Weaver.
He is. 21 and a half minutes gone, second quarter. Chinnery gets Woods out of the way. Play on, gets onto his left boot. Kerwin in front, bounces past him. Crichton picks the ball up, bounces nicely for him. Wields around onto his left boot, puts it to the top of 50. Akers is there, one grab, comes to Parkinson, snaps on goal.
Oh,
And it goes through for a minor score.
geez, they're wasting some opportunities, the Magpies.
Had a little bit more time than
Yeah,
he thought there, I think,
Thinking
Parkinson.
you're right there. He just needed to settle a little bit.
3 points of difference on the Harvey Norman electrical scoreboard in favour of the Bulldogs. 22 minutes gone on the Preston Power equipment clock. So there wouldn't be much left in this one, Craney, I would have thought.
No, there hasn't been a lot of goals scored and not a lot of time on, really.
So Kerwin will bring this, I think it's Kerwin.
Bunbury would be absolutely pumped if they could hold Magpies at this stage. We're expecting the Magpies to kick away a little bit.
Kerwin to bring this one back into play. And it looks like he's heading for the outer side just to play that dead side. Play the percentages while they're kicking into the breeze. Big high drop punt will just get outside 50. No one can take the mark. Ball comes back in, and the umpire's found, no, he hasn't found a free kick. He's going to ball it up as Munro hands it back politely.
Big shout out to Simone's mum. I know you're listening.
Up they go. One down by Chinnery decisively. Field takes it though. His kick smothered inside Busselton's 50. Field goes again. Umpire's going to ball it up. 40 out, and there's a Busselton player on the ground.
That smother might have been his face, I think.
It's
Macca.
It's Ganser. Just putting it back on. Umpire throws it up. Chinnery and Wood. Wood gets over the top of him. Got it to a teammate who snapped it out on the full. And the Magpies will bring it back in through the veteran Tony Knott. So Knott comes in. Right foot drop punt. Right to the hot spot. Gans is in the seat and takes a good mark inside the boundary line.
Gee, that drifted significantly.
Absolutely.
Gans had read that pretty well, actually.
He is going to have to aim for the left point post here and bring it back, I reckon.
Well, it wouldn't be too bad if you set it up. It'll drift through.
No daylight. 40 metres out.
Mind you, it'll be a good contender for our WA
Right
Cup
side
goal of the day.
for a left footer. He just goes low and hard, and it's 1 point. Not a bad strategy.
I would have put it up and let it drift through. That's how it would have been done. I wouldn't have been able to kick that far.
Well, they find themselves only 2 points behind. 24 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter.
Big Tyson Wood comes to the Harvey Norman interchange bench.
So 1 goal, 5-11 the Magpies. 2 goals, 1-13 the Bulldogs. Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. There can't be much time left in this second quarter. Only 1 goal apiece. Kerwin will bring the ball back in once again.
They've had their work cut out in the City End car park.
Yeah.
So Jesse
Well, I know
Kerwin
Gags wants a couple of footies down there, Mac. That'd keep the game rolling, wouldn't it?
Yep.
runs out of the square, drives the ball long, gets outside 50. Big Chinnery's there. Free kicks being given. Is it not once again?
Quite sure.
A few
Who's going
players
to...
out the back.
Meadmore by the look of it.
John Meadmore. Still 2 kicks out from goal. Can they snatch one and hit the lead just before half-time? Meadmore, he'll drive the ball long. Does so. It's going to land about 25 metres out.
Oh.
Busher in front. The two-fisted spoil.
Oh!
It comes towards Austin. He's taken high.
Siren can't be far away. 25 and a half gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock. So
Very clever player is Aidan Austin,
he
too.
needs to make good on this.
Well, a couple of times in this second quarter, he's just kept his eye on the ball, received the free kick, and he's going to have a shot.
Siren.
The tension, the drama, the atmosphere.
He'll kick from 45 metres out after the halftime siren, and this to put the Magpies in front. Aidan Austin, in he comes now. Deliberate shot on goal. It's bending back. It's bending back. It goes through for a minor score.
He did the right thing, though, Weaver. He popped it up, let the breeze do it. But it is half-time here at Hands Oval in the prelim final, and Bunbury will take a slight lead in. 2 goals, 1-13 to Busselton, 1 goal, 6-12. We'll be back after the break with the Hollow Beach Bar half-time chat. The prelim final, and Bunbury hold a a small lead over Busselton. Boys, it was a bit of an arm wrestle. This is the Hollow Beach Bar halftime chat. Big shout out to Richie and the crew sitting up at the Hollow. I'm sure they'll have their feet up. Weaver sitting next to the fire.
Well, why wouldn't you on a day like this? But a terrific game, real arm wrestle. But I thought Busselton, they got on top late in that second quarter. They just couldn't capitalise in front of goal. A couple of shots they probably could have taken a little bit more time and put themselves in front. But Bunbury are hanging in there, and that centre clearance to start the second quarter, that was something to be seen, wasn't it? Straight out goal within the first 30 seconds, and amazing down that end, which goals are at a premium down there.
Well, we say they're a premium, but they just showed that you can kick them down there. I think goals are a premium for most of the day. And Macca, I don't know, you love this, but best on ground so far for Buckingham, the Butchers in the Bunbury Plaza Shopping Centre. We're not going to have a big moment this time. We'll just give you, who do you think's best on?
Who was the bucking best on ground?
Yes.
No, at this point in time, there's a few. I've liked Kane Mitchell's been working well for the Bulldogs, as has Fields had a good couple of quarters. McKenna Taylor had a really good first quarter, probably dropped away a little bit in the second. I think the Ruckman Wood's been outstanding, as has Busher.
Do you think we need to get him more on the time on the ground? I know you've got to manage players, but when he's out there, he's distinct, isn't he?
Yeah, he's winning, but they're not capitalising. So, and then for the Magpies, Austin's been brilliant. Sanford's had his moments. I think Nathan Torrey's second quarter was really good. And I think Chinnery, when he comes on, is a good matchup for Wood.
That's a good duel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Weaver, I'd love to ask you questions.
I know. I'm
Giovanetti. Giovanetti, Firewood, Bunbury. Fend off the cold with Giovanetti, Firewood, Bunbury. Who's hot, in your opinion?
Oh, look, I've got a couple for mine. I think Tyson
No, you can
Wood.
only have one.
Oh, sorry. Well, Tyson Wood and McKenna Taylor, dead even. I think they've been outstanding for Bunbury today. And McKenna Taylor just seems to find the ball, but Woods is giving Bunbury first opportunity to get those centre clearance, and no more evident than what happened at the start of that second quarter.
A lot to play out, isn't there, gentlemen? I mean, both sides, not a very big scoring game, but Bunbury have a chance in this quarter if they're good enough to put a bit of a lead out to see how Busselton chase it. This is the Hollow Beach Bar halftime chat. We'll be back after the break to see how it all pans out. Bunbury 2 goals, 1-13. Lead Busselton 1-6-12. Jared O'Brien and Charlie are down on the boundary line. What's happening out there, gentlemen?
I'm going to throw to Charlie because he was smart enough to wear a jumper. But what are your thoughts on the conditions, Charlie?
Even with the jumper on, it's still very cold down here. It's very blustery. I can understand why this game's only got 3 goals in it.
Craney, I would say the wind it's there and then it's gone. And then it's there and it's gone. We've been standing here for 5 minutes now. It's a really weird set of wind, especially as you get closer to the grandstand. It starts to change around a little bit. But I can tell you now, all around us, it is not looking very nice at the moment.
But the prediction for the rest of the day, mate, does it look a bit gloomy across the top?
It does. I don't think we'll get any of that sun we saw earlier on. Let's just say that.
Now, Jared, both sides are back out on the ground. The umpires are out on the ground. As you said, that blustery wind, it is still possible to kick goals up the other end towards the Busselton end.
It certainly is. I don't think you saw a couple of times the ball holds up as they're kicking it towards against the wind, but for the most part, they're still getting good kick on it, and there's a chance to make goals. As we can see, there's not much in it for goal-wise, so any of these goals at either end will be pretty precious at the moment, I would have thought.
Now, Charlie, you look really comfortable down there. You're a really good judge of the footy.
Yep.
How many do Bunbury need to get in this quarter to make it difficult for Busselton in the last?
I reckon at least 3. I reckon two or 3 goals, and I reckon it could be enough.
And who you tipping from here, Jared?
Oh, I'm going to go Busselton by, I think I said 1 point on Friday's show, so I'm going to stick with that.
What about yourself, Charlie?
I'm going to stick with my prediction. I think I said Busso by 5, so I'm going to stick with that as well.
Thanks very much, gentlemen. You look lovely down there. And I can tell you, it is lovely and warm up here. I'm just going to raise it up a little bit to 24, I think. Weaver's just taken his jacket off. Gentlemen, she is a bit of a struggle, isn't she? But I get the feeling Bunbury's quarter and their season is right now.
Yeah, Craney, I think Bunbury are well and truly up for the fight, and that first goal in the second quarter really put the pressure on the Magpies, and they wasted some opportunities in front of goal as that breeze kicked up. So we are going to be in for a real torrid fight for the rest of this game.
Oh, look at those goalposts down there.
Score! That's right angles.
Score coming across the ground. And Weaver, it is a bit like that, isn't it? I mean, you're going to have a little bit of luck with the weather too, aren't you? Because if that rain comes in behind it, nullifies the wind a bit. But if you get a wind like that to kick with...
Far out, Russell Sprout.
She's definitely strengthened up now, but I think we've played and watched enough footy that the wind, everyone thinks the wind will do it for you, but you still got to play good footy to get a score on the board. I think if Bunbury can push this margin out to 2 or 3 goals at 3-quarter time, then Busselton are really going to have to work hard in the last quarter to get over the line.
All will be revealed very shortly because the umpires have the ball in the end. The players are back in position for the prelim final for 2025. The winner through to play South Bunbury in the grand final next week. And for the loser, well, they buy a ticket and sit in the stands. So the umpire holds the ball aloft, 3-quarter time action, and Darren McDonald.
Up they go for Hyundai. Game on event now on. No ruckman can win it. Kemp follows the ball. Wood applies pressure. Hall comes in for the Bulldogs, and he's tackled immediately for Bunbury mower service, and they're going to ball it up for Hyundai once more. Up they go again. This time Wood slaps it forward a good 10 metres. It's taken by the Magpies though. Ends up with Hoffman. His kick smothered. Hall hacks it forward. The rain starts to fall. Coming out and meeting it's Wood. He does very well, Woods. Now it's with Austin. handballs it out to Ganza. Can't get a handle on it. Heisman with Easeman. Put it out to a teammate. Coming through is the Magpies again. And umpire has said play on. Austin outside of the right boot. And in coming in now, running away is Parkinson. Puts it out to that far wing. Setting off after it was Oliver, but it beats him across the line. And they're going to throw it in for cashforcans.com.au.
I think that was Hall then.
Charlie
Deep in
didn't
the
last
forward
long
line.
on the boundary, gentlemen, because he's back with us again.
Missed that mark, but that wind has really picked up. So ball to be thrown in just forward to centre. Bunbury's way. Wood gets front position over the top. This time comes Kemp, comes back out towards Hall. That was Tucker, drives the ball long, inside 50, carries the boundary line over Heisman, and Meadmore for the Magpies will take the relieving free kick.
You're just not going to be able to kick the ball and hack it high out of a stoppage over that far side this quarter, Craney.
No, it's just going to drift away.
So John Meadmore took a sensational mark earlier on in the season, Craney. Told us he was going to do it and went through. We didn't see him today. Drives the ball long, centre wing. It holds up in the breeze once again.
We actually had him on the show this week, Weaver, and he said if he can, he'll do the same.
Well, it's a tough day today.
He wasn't as confident as he was last time.
Any overhead mark today will be written down on a piece of paper. Favours Woods this one. It goes straight up and down, goes back towards Kemp. Kemp just slaps the ball over the boundary line, uncontested.
Insufficient attempt. Tell you what,
the players are like the sun to come out, because I've never seen players having to jump the fence in the Southwest Footy League as much as what we have in the last
Taylor goes
couple
short
of weeks.
and finds Busher. He's 70 metres out from goal. Taylor running past. Now he's been called to play on. Has to kick around his body. Tory in front. Had a terrific second quarter. In comes Meadmore. Gets the handball out. Puts it to the top of the square. Woods in good position. In front is Fraser. Takes a relieving mark. Deep inside defensive 50.
Gee, he is a good player. Outstanding last week against South Bunbury, Mitch Fraser.
The wily veteran's very good when he gets those Barney rubber legs going. And he kicks it out to the far side, but nearly it hits the chest of Wood and bounces off. So the ball's in dispute once again. 55 out from the Bulldogs' goal. Umpires letting it go, but they can't get it out, so they're going to throw it up for Hyundai.
Definitely not a goal feast today, gents.
Oh, jeez.
2 goals play, 1 goal.
Yep. Busselton had their chances in the second. One down by Wood, taken by Field, sells a bit of candy, then tackled. That'll be holding the ball, and Sanford wins a free for Bunbury Mower Service. Long down the wing. He actually gets penetration into the breeze, but coming out's Oliver and marks it on his chest. Right.
They've got to swing it across Bunbury, because otherwise they're just going to spend a lot of the quarter sitting right where it just went across.
And Craney, you are Nostradamus, because that's exactly what happened. He didn't bring it into the corridor and it went out on the Barry Bull. 4 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock. Busselton 1-6-12, Bunbury 2-1-13. And they bring the ball back into play, the Magpies, and that's cut off, taken by McKenna Taylor. He plays on, gets around Austin with ease, then goes long from 55 to the hot spot. They set themselves.
There's a kick.
Is there a relay?
A relay kick. McKenna Taylor was dealt with after he kicked the footy.
He was dropped. Players go over to check him out, but in the meantime, LaMonica has the ball in front of goal. And he's going to kick it from about 20 metres out, dead in front, Craney.
This is a big kick by LaMonica.
In he comes, off that strapped right knee, straight through the middle, and Bunbury turned the screws again early in the third. On which scoreboard are we looking at, Weaver, this quarter? It's the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. It will be Bunbury 3 goals, 1-19, leading Busselton 1-6-12.
The kick by McKenna Taylor, look, was a relayed kick, but he did the right thing. He dropped it into a spot where Bunbury had a chance to score. Get it out of that pocket, easier said than done, and felled after the footy. And a nice kick by Cameron LaMonica. Not easy down there, said the wind swirling around a bit, but that's a very handy one for the Bulldogs.
That's just gold. A relay free kick in conditions like this, putting you 20 metres out dead in front.
Can we call that Gen X engineering teamwork?
If you want to, Craney, I'm not going to argue with you.
No, I'm just going to put a tick.
It's such a low-scoring game. You just don't want to be undisciplined.
Discipline is the key, isn't it?
Well, he's been good today, McKenna Taylor, and you're right, Craney. Put it towards the top of the square, come in from that far side of the ground.
Well, you have to be brave, Weaver. It's no good getting rid of this quarter. They know they're going to be up against it coming home in the breeze, so you need to put some score on in this quarter.
And Busselton modus operandi this quarter would be to push them out on that far side of the ground so they can't use that breeze.
What
up
was
they
that?
go. There you go. Look
Modus
that one up on
operandi.
Google. Comes to Mears. Over to Hall. Comes out to Busher, back to Hall. Just chucks it onto his left boot. Heisman's there. Bounces over him towards Knott. Woods comes in, hasn't touched a lot of the footy, but knocks it forward towards the goal square to Parsons. Tries to pick it up. In he comes with a tackle now.
Busselton under a heap of pressure at the moment, Craney.
Jared O'Brien's just got the thesaurus out at the back of the box here.
The thesaurus, or is he thawing out?
I'd rather use that word than the one that Mac has been spreading around today. I can tell you,
there
comes
you go.
over to Hawks on his right side. If he can pick it up, bounces up for him. Now he falls over. Handball over to Mitchell.
Everyone fell over.
The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be thrown in 25 metres out from Bunbury's goal. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. 3 goals, 1-19 the Bulldogs. 1 goal, 6-12 the Magpies.
Thanks SKG too for your support this afternoon. Get your scans.
Tell you
SKG.
what, Craney, Bunbury are working as a Gen X engineering team with their defence.
Woods falls over. This time Kemp wins the ball. Takes full possession.
Oh,
Tackled
he's
by
gone.
Mitchell.
Holy moly, the Bulldogs are up and about. This could be all over in a matter of minutes.
Mitchell will have a shot on goal. Handball's off to McKenna Taylor. Shot on goal. As it come back, it tried to, but it goes through for a minor score.
Oh, that was a big moment, Macca.
It was a big moment. If it had gone through, it could have been a bigger one, but it leaves the door ajar for the Magpies, or doesn't shut it at least. So Bowman comes in, nothing in it.
Thanks to
8
MGIB,
points.
like a good neighbour, MGIB is there for your support, continued support.
What will the
for us.
Magpies do? Will they play the percentages this quarter, or will they take risks? Bowman goes out to the far side. Ganser can't take the mark. Spills the ball out to Meadmore.
The
Sanford's there for
Magpies
the
will
support.
spend as much time as they can on that outer wing.
And then try and win it in the last, you reckon?
So even when Woods fell over then, it turned into a goal-scoring opportunity. Kemp just found some free space, and he hasn't had that all day.
So at the junction of 50 in the boundary line, it's going to come back in for cashforcans.com. Bulldogs end. 1 down by Wood. Ball's tied up there, and they're going to throw it up just inside 50 for the Bullies. And the Magpies need to get moving. You'd want them to get at least 1 goal this quarter. Kemp can't win the knock. Taken by Tucker. Thrown on the boot towards goal. There's a free kick, I think, going to Woods.
No,
No, it's going the other way. It's going to Knott. He's all tied up there. Goes out into the left back pocket. He finds
You didn't even get a chuckle from Weaver.
Parkinson. Parkinson goes long. Half back for the Magpies. Ball spills. Taken then by Bilsich. Throws it over his head by hand. Eckert tries to shovel one out to Mears, and it goes over the line, and we're coming back into play just forward to centre wing for the Bullies.
Well,
Thanks to Geograph Civil for your support throughout the season.
It's a good development opportunity here for young Woods playing on Knott, the man with 300 games of waffle experience. So 1 or 2 kicks from him or shots on goal could be the difference for his team getting through next week. So ball thrown in centre wing. Wood once again wins the ball down towards Busher. Couldn't pick it up. Ball spills out to the back there. It's the far side of the ground. One by Hall. Just puts it onto his right boot. Meadmore in best position. Goes over the top of his head.
Oh.
Couldn't be kept in play as Heisman found a little bit of space. Goes over the boundary line.
A little bit daunting for it. Woods lining up against Knott.
9 3/4 minutes gone in this third quarter for Preston Power Equipment.
We've got that clock down pat now, haven't we,
Yeah,
Macca?
it's ticking away nicely.
Woods gets front position. Ball holds up. Wins the ball down. It comes over to Parkinson. Just puts it onto his left boot. It's smothered as it goes forward. Handball tries to come out to Mears. Parkinson comes in for a second effort. Comes over to Tucker. Ball in dispute in the middle of the ground. Now the umpire will come in. and throw the ball up. 8 points the margin. Just over 10 minutes gone in the third quarter. Right in the middle of the ground. Woods gets front position. Kemp helps it to go forward. Socket off the ground by Austin.
Oh,
It stays in play.
Very handy mark,
taken
that.
by Cameron. He drives the ball long. Ball's going to land short. And in front comes Kerwin. And he takes a chest mark right on defensive 50. Been good down there, Kerwin. Goes short. Just maintaining possession. They go short once again. Mark's dropped. Was there a 50-metre penalty?
I think so.
So another 50-metre penalty to go the way of the Bulldogs. And this will take him inside 50 once again.
Jeez, it's a fair 50.
He's played on the mark. Smart play. Drives the ball long. Out the back is LaMonica. 2-1.
That's
Well
a nice,
done.
good.
Hoffman takes the
That's a
relieving
chance
mark.
too, Hoffman. That was a great mark.
Hoffman puts the pass straight up the corridor, finds Parkinson still inside D50. He comes out to the member side. Mears now outside 50, takes that mark. They stand. He's looking for someone to give it to. No one moving, so he puts the foot pass to Sanford. They're just trying to just
Grab
cut
a bit
their
of
way
control,
through.
they are, mate.
Yeah, cut their way through. Here they are on this member side. Sanford tells Candy twice, then goes inside. Will that be 15? No. Bowman brought to the ground by Hawks. Well done to the Bulldogs. Just forward to centre grandstand side, and they're going to ball it up. So we've got Wood and Chinnery. One down by Wood, eludes Austin. He gathers it on the second bite, gets a handball back to a teammate in Sanford. Akers misses. The ball goes through his legs and it gets seen over the line by Eli Munro, and they're going to throw it in for cashforcans.com.
For Bunbury, Mac.
Yeah,
Eli
for Bunbury. He's not playing for Kerry Park
No.
this week. So, left half forward for the Bulldogs. Busselton trying to stake a claim and make a play. One down by Woods decisively. Out in front of Busher. He lets it go to the line and they'll be happy for time to tick away. 8-ball game on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. 12 and a half minutes gone.
Wood and Butcher have got a very good understanding in that ruck work contest.
Absolutely. Woods has been outstanding in the ruck knocks. He's hardly lost one today. Wood, the singular. He wins, gets good body position, wins it. Tucker can't take it. LaMonica head over the ball. Austin in again. He's trying his guts out for the Magpies. And they're going to do it all again for Hyundai.
Harvey Norman interchange bench, very important in these contests.
Up they go again. Wood wins it again. Surprise, surprise. Taken by LaMonica. Gives it to field by hand. Busher, quick snap inside 50, but waiting there is Solberg and takes a mark on his chest in defence for the Maggies.
Right spot at the right time, Solberg.
Solberg goes across goal into the goal square. He finds Haywood. Haywood plays on immediately to Hoffman. They're trying to build something, the Magpies. Another short pass gets to Meadmore, the veteran. He's looking for someone to give it to. Solberg's wide. Meadmore says no. He's a little bit in two minds. Goes out to the wing. They fly. Not. Another good mark to the wily
If you're
veteran.
in two minds, that's where you go to.
Yeah, Tony Knott. Raked in a beauty. Goes long down the line. Hoping for someone to fly.
Oh,
Crichton
there you go.
doesn't. Takes an absolute contender for CPR outdoor mark of the day. Now what's going on? The umpire saying it went out on the full, or he juggled it. Oh no.
I'd take that one off, Mac. Hang on.
There's a little bit of deliberation. Don't go yet.
Is it back on? Is it off? I thought it was a nice mark. It's
Oh,
not.
come on, lady. Have a heart.
All right. Nearly mark of the day there to
We had
to
a few of
Crichton.
those lately, haven't we?
I'm going home in disgust.
The ball to be thrown in just forward to centre. Busselton's way. 8 points the difference. 14 and a half minutes gone in this third quarter. Wood wins it down. It comes back to him. Chucks it onto his right boot. Parsons there goes through his hands. Now Busselton have the numbers. It comes out there to Hoffman. Handball out to Fraser. Gets onto his left boot. Goes inside. Looking there for Solberg. Spills out to Parkinson. That was Solberg who got it back. In they come now. It's Busher. Breaks the tackle. Drives the ball inside 50.
Oh.
But in front is Fraser. Been good down there, Fraser. Comes
He
into
always
the middle of
is
the ground
Western All Pest Services best defender.
and finds Hoffman just outside
Already made the
defensive
call,
50.
mate.
Fair enough.
So they're trying to come on this side of the ground when they can.
Busselton defence are doing a good job on Parsons.
They are.
He has hardly touched the ball today, Parsons, but there's still plenty of time.
Pushing
Tough
back
conditions.
in that little hole in front of him.
It only takes one moment.
Meadmore drives the ball long. In front is Chinnery. Goes up one-handed. Had a little bit more time. And now the ball goes over the boundary line. We're back to where it all started here, Macca. Centre wing. 3 goals, 2-20. The Bulldogs. 1 goal, 6. The Magpies. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. Ball to be thrown in centre wing.
Bit of deja vu, you reckon, Weaver?
A little bit more than that, I think.
Groundhog Day.
All that Colin Weaver, and you got back to where you started from.
Ball's taken out of the ruck by Chinnery. To Sanford quickly gets it on his boot. Ball will trickle over the line, and it's going to be thrown in for cashforcans.com. McKenna Taylor was just sneaking close to the footy in case it was out on the full to get another statistic to add to his pile he's already had today. Chinnery and Wood. Ball comes back in for Cash for Cans. One down by Chinnery. Tucker can't take it. Hawks does. And then they bomb it forward through Mitchell. Ball bounces and pitches inside 50. It's going to trickle over the line and it'll be a throw in for Cash for Cans deep in the right forward pocket for the Bulldogs. On the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, Busselton 1-6-12 trailing the Bulldogs 3-2-20. 17 minutes gone in this third quarter for Preston Power Equipment. Rightio, away we go. Wooden Chinnery to do battle. Ball's put up nice and high by the boundary ump. Parsons has to win it because it fell a bit short. Taken by Busher. He's confronted by Bowman, and they're going to throw it up about 30 metres out, dead in front of the Bulldogs' goal.
He's almost best on ground, that boundary umpire. He's done a great job.
Yes. Slung Tucker as he gets the kick away. Head over the footy is Gilchrist. He's bungled off it. Thrown out there by Lucas Kemp. It's going to Busher. He's tackled for Bunbury Mower Service. Tucker off the left foot. Intercepted by Sanford. Gets it to Fraser. He goes out to Tony Knott. And they bring it down the grandstand side. Coming across, the ball deceives all players. Hawks can't pick it up. Now they do the Magpies. Comes out to Parkinson. Ends up with Oliver. He's got Parsons all on his Pat Malone. He does the team thing and puts it into the corridor. Chinnery's waiting there for the Maggies and takes a relieving mark in defence. Goes on the left foot immediately out wide. Puts it out in front of Meadmore and Heisman. Heisman getting done for pace by Meadmore. He's still with him. The umpire, they're asking the umpire for insufficient intent, but they're going to throw it in.
Johnny
out
Meadmore,
on your favourite wing.
Johnny
Weaver.
Meadmore will absolutely love you that. When he said he done him for pace, Johnny will be absolutely wrapped.
Well, when I left you, it was in this position, and I'm back here once again.
That's what I said, your favourite spot, Weaver. We're going to name that wing after you. Weaver wing.
So ball to be thrown in centre wing. 18.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Woods gets front position. Nudged out of the way by Chinnery. Wins clean possession. Drives the ball long. They have the numbers here. Do Busselton, and it comes out to Oliver. He loses control of the ball. Tackles Crichton. Ball's still in dispute. Now it's working its way towards 50. Comes out to Parkinson. Gets a handball to Mears. He couldn't get a handle on it. In they come. It's Bilsich is in there. Hawks is in there. Trayfield as well. Some tough nuts in there.
It's hot in the kitchen.
That was pretty good, wasn't it, Jim? But Eddie Firewood, you reckon, mate?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of players thought they were out, and when they, you know what, thought, they didn't get anywhere.
Hey, Alan, Chinnery's gritted his teeth in this ruck contest the last 5 minutes.
It's been an
He's done more than Harvard. Once again, he wins clean possession, but he's wrapped up straight away by Wood. Umpire to throw the ball up.
It's good to see two good ruckmen go at it.
Busselton have played a man loose in defence. The modern game, they push up and it gives them an opportunity if they can get it that way. It comes out to Hoffman, chucks it onto his left boot. Spills out on the far side of the ground. Tackle comes in. It's hard.
They've done it pretty well, though, Weaver, because that loose man defence has been cutting a lot of those Bunbury attacks off.
If they can just move it up, the modern game, as they push up the ground, all of a sudden they've got a loose player that can set up a goal-scoring opportunity. Woods wins a big hit down, comes towards Ganza. And now the ball, errant kick, goes over the boundary line. Will be thrown in. 75 metres out from Busselton's goal.
It's just got a little bit darker here
it
at
has
Cairns.
that. We're looking for a rising star thanks to Garage Doors Southwest, and McKenna Taylor's putting his hand up for that. so far this afternoon.
Only goal so far in this third quarter, the way of the Bulldogs, courtesy of a relay free kick. LaMonica made no mistake. 20 metres. Look at that ball go with the wind.
Jeez.
Jills over the back to Hall. Handball out, far side of the ground, trying to work it through. Now they drive the ball forward, the Bulldogs. Parsons makes a contest. It spills out on the far side of the ground. The ball once again will be thrown in. This time 70 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal.
I think that was Lucas Kent who got his fist in there.
Don't underestimate the job he's been doing on Parkins today, the youngster. All right. 60 metres around from the Bulldogs' goal, far side. They're going to throw it back into play for cashforcans.com. Chinnery and Wood, this battle's become very intriguing. Poor old boundary umpire's going to end up with pumpkins for arms by the end of today. He's going to have a reset here, but we can't really blame him. The umpire shirts are like parachutes at the moment. In they come again. Chinnery attacks a footy and grabs it off the bounce. Goes off his preferred left and kicks it out on the full. So Max Bilsich is going to kick it back into play.
Yeah, this is where Max can't afford to go next to that scoreboard.
Oh no, McKenna Taylor said, "Don't worry, Max, I'll take it."
No, whoever jumps the fence to get the footy.
Oh no, McKenna Taylor's getting it for Max, so then he can handball it to McKenna Taylor, I bet you.
Yeah.
Yep, and there he goes. McKenna Taylor off the right boot, drives it to the top of 50. Players set themselves, goes through Parsons' hands. Busher roves the pack, gets it on his left boot, hooks it around the corner out on the full. Tony Knott will be bringing it back into play.
They're bogged under that scoreboard, the Bulldogs.
Yeah, jeez. It's just so difficult out there.
So difficult to bring it back across ground.
Tony Knott. He's just going to go LDL. Long down the line he goes. Ball sits up in the breeze. Comes off hands. And there's going to be a throw-in for cashforcans.com.au. Now the poor old boundary umpires.
All those people in the cars must be very comfortable over there, Weaver.
That's a little bit rude, isn't it?
Well, we know how they feel, don't we, sitting in here? Busselton have done a great job in this quarter. I know there's only been one goal scored, but 8 points of difference. If they can hold it to that, they'll be right in this game. They are now.
There's a bit of rain starting to fall. Chinnery and Wood. And the siren goes.
So it is a three-quarter time here at Hands Oval. And Bunbury, 3 goals, 220. They lead Busselton 1-6-12. We are in for an absolute tight last quarter, I think. As I said, the winner through will play South Bunbury in the grand final. The loser, they buy a ticket for next week. We'll be back after the break to see who goes through. And welcome back to SEN Spirit coverage of the Southwest Football League. It is three-quarter time here, and Bunbury 3-2-20 lead Busselton 1-6-12. Gentlemen, we could be in for history there because they just tell me the lowest winning score in a final is 5 goals 7. So see what happens in this quarter. Can Busselton, they'll be coming with the breeze as we get another one of those squalls come across the ground. Umpire holds the ball aloft. It's all or nothing for these two sides, and Darren McDonald.
All right, ball up in the middle. It's not Darren McDonald. Kemp wins the ball down, knocks it forward, goes towards Crichton. The only goal scorer bounces up to Mears. Started off with a hot pace, comes to Hall, far side of the ground, pops it onto his boot, over the back.
That was supposed to be Gen X engineering teamwork, boys, and we messed up.
It's a handball. That's teamwork. It's a handball. Comes to Fraser, who's been terrific. He goes inboard and finds Austin, one of their best players. Plays on straight away, drives the ball long. They have the numbers here. A couple of players down.
What happened there?
I think they've both taken off and hit heads or something.
One by Renton. Looked for Busher on the far side of the ground.
Bunbury players taking a while to get up.
Is it Perks?
One's Cameron.
I think it's Perks. Cameron's up. They both. This could be a SK. Oh no, it's not. It's Renton. SKG Radiology need to get out in a hurry.
The umpire's just pulled the game up a little bit.
Yeah,
he's up on one knee.
As he should.
So.
But I reckon there'll be a fair old concussion test going there, Craney.
Looks a bit worse for wear. He is up and about as the rain tumbles down.
Wonder what happened there.
The ball to be thrown in far side of the ground. Not sure what happened. Didn't see that as we watched the ball come in. Kemp bounces in front of both. Ruckman spills out. Mears picks it up, drives it forward. towards Stenhouse, chucks it onto his left boot, and playing in front is Heisman, and he takes the mark. So they need to score a goal here, Bunbury, if they want to just maintain that pressure. Busselton have only kicked the 1 goal, but they're right in this game. Ball goes up, stays in midair, comes back to where it started from, just chucked onto the boot. Boundary line's going to be the winner here. And it goes out of bounds, this time 60 metres out from the Magpies' goal.
Just going to do a conditions report for Grudge Shore Southwest.
I was going to say the rain is teeming down for Gen X Engineering.
It's a bit miserable out there at the moment.
Rightio, 55 around for the Magpies' goal, far side. It's going to be thrown in for cashforcans.com.au. In it comes. Umpire might have to throw that one in again. I think, yes, been asked for a bit of a redo. Pretty hard work. We probably have more of a chance with the snorkel and flippers on at the moment. Ball comes back in. Ruckman go at it. Wood wins this one in front of Kemp. Went down to LaMonica. He hacked it forward.
That's a
great
terrific
mark
grab.
to Parsons on the wing. He tells the team to settle down. Right foot pass out to Mitchell. Drops what he should have taken. Sanford tackles immediately. Socket off the ground by the Bulldogs forward. Gathered very well by Fraser in the conditions, but he mungled it forward, and that's going to be out on the full. That's one thing you can't do over that side in these
Cannot
conditions.
afford to pop it up. It's just going to drift out on you.
So Busher with the footy, and this
Hopefully
just,
that squall will pass us by a little bit.
but it just plays into Bunbury's hands because seconds are precious for the Maggies. This will be disappointing for them if they go out in straight sets after the year they've had. Wood, long down the line, a real mongrel. No one can take the mark. Heisman comes in, just make sure it goes over the
It
line.
probably worked out all right for Bunbury. It wasn't the best kick,
Yeah.
but it picked them up another 30 or 40, just
So-
possession metres.
Just forward to centre for the Bulldogs now, and the ball will come back into play. It's got very dark here at hands. Wood and Kelton Kemp. Ball comes in. Wood slaps it down to Tucker, snaps it forward. No one can gather the football. It's wet conditions. It's picked up by LaMonica. He goes long and high inside 50. Tony Knott,
He
the
is
saving
clever.
mark in defence. He's looking immediately across the ground. He takes off, plays on. Big lock, drop, punt into the corridor. Bowman flies, can't take the mark. Mears clean off the deck. The Magpies can sense some urgency here. Good mark to Crichton, just forward to centre wing. They need to get going, play some chaos footy. Here they go to half forward. Bowman's run on, fires off an arrow into full forward. Eckert can't take the mark. Umpire's found a free kick, and the big centre half forward's going to go back and have a shot on goal.
That's what Tony Knott experienced, brought it out to the grandstand side. That's where you've got to bring it back from. They run it around the grandstand side and end up with Eckert having a shot for goal. Be brave, it pays off.
Whoa, so Eckert, he's going to have a ping from 45, right side for a right footer, 45-degree angle. This is a vital shot on goal for the Magpies. In he comes, the big power forward. Deliberate approach. Gets to the 50, starts his jog. On the left foot, he puts it up. It's an absolute beauty. It's a contender for the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day at a crucial time. And on the scoreboard, we've got Busselton 2-6-18, trailing Bunbury Bulldogs 3-2-20. 5.5 gone for Preston Power Equipment.
And the big fella liked that one, didn't he, boys? That was as good a celebration as you've seen all day. But that was well worked. Take the game on, bring it grandstand side. It opens up the goals. That's where Bunbury got bogged a bit on that far side or the scoreboard side. Tony Knott, brilliant down back. Opened it up. Eckert, nice finish.
Hasn't been his day. Can be your moment. You only have to keep presenting the sign of an excellent player to slot a goal like that at this time of the game in these conditions. Well done, Eckert.
Terrific there. Just got himself in the right position, and it was either going to be a mark or a free kick. The Bunbury defenders pushed back. So 2 points the margin now. Ball back in the middle. Up goes Wood. Kemp wins it down once again. Won a couple of clearances. Goes towards Bowman. They've got their tails up at the moment. Spills out to field. He just chucks it onto his boot. Tory's going to be first there. Going to be tackled by Mitchell. Puts him off enough. Comes towards Heisman. Couldn't get a handle on it. Tries to soccer it off the ground. They got the numbers. One of them's Field. Mears has upped their pace. Now Busselton have the numbers. Spills out to Parkinson. Tries to handball to Eckert. Eckert comes in and lays a beautiful tackle. Kerwin just drops it onto his boot. Far side is it Stenhouse.
Oh, good hit.
Bowman.
Gee.
Crichton pricks the ball up. Now just drives the ball long. It's going to land at the top of the goal square. In comes Eckert with the spoil. Spills to Sanford. Tries to snap. Couldn't get enough on it. They're under pressure down deep. They come wide. And they find the arms of
Gee, they handled
Munro.
that pressure quite well.
Still
Here's the
inside
Dogs.
defensive 50. Takes the mark in front of Crichton. Goes down towards the boundary line. Tries to bounce up for Tucker.
Oh.
It's well tackled by
That's a Bunbury
Ganser.
Munro service.
And
This
the
game's
free
gone
kick.
up a notch, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Busselton are woken up now, I think. Ganser drives the ball down inside 50, spills out to LaMonica, has Tucker out wide, uses him, put under pressure, lands in the arms of the veteran in Fraser. He'll drive it forward once again. But in front is the big man in Wood, the ruckman for the Bulldogs, and he takes the mark. just
Mitchell's
inside
leading
defensive
about
50.
80 metres away. I reckon it might be too far to kick it across there.
Yeah.
Wood now has to go long. Doesn't get much of a purchase. Fraser's there.
Oh,
Hawks works him
grab.
under the ball. Takes a terrific mark.
Juggled it with his nose for a bit.
That was a great grab.
Has a player wide. And that's Munro. Makes it look difficult, but takes a mark in front of Bowman. Eli Munro. He's going to go long. Nearly kicks into the man of the mark.
Umpire
Pushed under
found
the
it.
ball was Parsons. And he'll take the free kick. Centre wing right in front of the members.
Lucas Kemp's done a great job. As you said, Macca down on Parsons.
Yeah, he's worked really hard, Lucas Kemp. Hasn't had a lot of the footy, but neither has Parsons. Just pushed him under the ball there. Didn't need to do it. But Parsons has the kick here. Grandstand wing. Right in front of the commentary box for SEN Spirit. Goes long to the half-forward flank. Oh, sitting underneath it there was Jet Woods. Could have been paid the mark. Umpire says play on now. He's got holding the ball. Austin. He wants to get away immediately. Then he's tackled. Gets a handball away. Chinnery can't pick it up. The big man goes in. Austin's back in there. They're fighting for it furiously. Comes out to Parsons. He can't pick it up. Ganser tumbles him over. Field shovels it forward. Comes off the foot of Mitchell. Umpire says insufficient intent. And the Magpies are going to bring it back in through Fraser. They play on immediately. Goes into Torrey. Torrey turns around. He's got Hoffman all on his Pat Malone. Hall closes in, slips over. Hoffman's got Mears. He got called out of it. The ball's cleared the back and Mears has got a paddock if he can pick it up. He does. He heads for home. Little short pass into the corridor. Here we go, the Magpies. Howe, he's brought forward. Umpire's awarded the free kick. The Magpies are coming.
Yeah, they definitely lifted. As soon as they can open up the ground, the Magpies, they are a very good football side, as they have been all year. And I tell you what, Bunbury, there's not...
Oh, they played on quickly. A shot on goal from Bowman. He's got it. The Bowman's put an arrow through the Tigers' heart.
Well, I didn't even see that coming myself, but that was well played. Just open it up to Bowman. And the Magpies, well, they push themselves in front for probably the first time of the day, gentlemen.
3-6-24. The Magpies to the Bulldogs 3-2-20. First time they've hit the lead. 10 minutes gone here on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
Yeah.
Terrific effort there.
Can
Have a
they-
look at Mears in the middle of the ground. He is running. I don't know what he had in the water at three-quarter time, but he's been sensational the opening 10 minutes of this last quarter.
How good was Howe's Gen X engineering teamwork to just handball it off to Bowman when he was within his rights to go and have a shot?
It's going to test the Bulldogs from here, isn't it? There's not too many goals being kicked up the end
Well,
of the kick and do.
it's the first time back-to-back goals have been kicked by the Magpies. They've been challenged, the Bullies. How are they going to go?
Ball back in the middle. Wood wins it down towards Busher. Set upon straight away. Comes back to Chinnery. Chucks it onto his left boot. Gets plenty of distance. Hoffman's met solidly.
Oh,
They're
Wins
getting
the
the rub
free
of the
kick.
green at the
their
moment.
feathers are flying, aren't they, the Magpies?
Craney.
Hoffman just outside 50. He's got a player wide. That's Parkinson. And he takes the mark. He goes in short.
Oh,
Cut off. comes towards Busher, soccers it off the ground. They're under extreme pressure, the Bulldogs' defence. Soccered toe poke there from Hoffman for the Magpies. In they come. Handball out from Tucker. Goes towards Crichton. He comes in hard.
Jeez.
Umpire comes in now. We'll throw the ball up. 45 metres out from the Magpies' goal.
They can feel it, the Pies. They
Absolutely
can smell
can.
there's blood in the water.
3 goals, 6. 24, 3 goals, 2, 20. Wood wins it down once again. Sanford nearly stole it away. Tackle. And the umpire will do it all over again. Still 45 metres out from Busselton's goal. They've hit the front. First time today. Woods gets front position. Knocks it forward. Goes towards Bowman. Comes back to Wood. Then to Tucker. Just chucks it onto his boot. Boundary line to be the best bet here.
Oh,
How's the umpire going to see this one? Lucky
gee.
let off there.
I'll say
I'll tell you what, Bowman's been prolific in this last quarter, hasn't he?
he has.
LaMonica, was it? Very, very lucky there. Could have been a deliberate or insufficient attempt, but the ball will be thrown in 80 metres out from Busselton's goal.
In they come for cashforcans.com. Ball's one down by Wood. Just out in front of McKenna Taylor. Can't gather it. Howell sees it over the line for the Magpies. They're going to throw it back in again. Left half forward for the Maggies.
Makes you wonder how the Dogs can get down there and get a scoring opportunity.
Now the Magpies will be happy for the seconds to tick away. If I were them, I'd want another goal or two, though. Bunbury have shown they can kick goals down the other end today. Chinnery wins the ruck knock, disposed of Wood. Oliver head over the footy for the Bulldogs. Hoffman with him, lays on it. Umpire's going to throw it up, top of Magpies 50. Whoa, the air of anticipation at the moment around the ground is just thick, isn't it? Up they go. One down by Wood this time. Very good to LaMonica. Can't pick it up. Keeps his head over it though. Ball spills out. Bilsich can't get hold of it. Howell sees it over the line again. So the seconds tick away on Preston Power Equipment clock. 13 and a half gone.
Somebody's going to have to produce something a bit special here, gentlemen, for the Dogs.
We're still at left half forward for the Maggies.
And on the attacking side for the Magpies.
They need to get a kick inside of that corridor. Ball's come back into play. One down by Wood. Tucker bursts through. Falls over at the last minute. Bowman pushes it out. Hall's there, but not goes off the ground forward for the Magpies. Parkinson comes in. Great gather in the conditions. Gets a handball over to Arbin. Gives it to the veteran
Oh, there
Fraser.
you go.
He puts it up nice and high. And it's just a behind to the Maggies.
Gee, a bit of Gen X engineering teamwork there. Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB is there for your support this afternoon.
They got their tails up now, the Magpies. Boom, boom. As Taylor brings the ball back in. I had to get one in today. Has a bounce. It comes back to him.
Oh.
Runs himself into trouble. Gets around Eckert. Now he drives the ball long, far side of the ground. They have the numbers. One of them is Fraser. Spills out to Hall, but he's wrapped up straight away. Umpire says holding the ball.
Taylor had nowhere to go then. That's
Yeah.
why he did that little bit of a loop-de-loop.
And it's Mears. He's been terrific in this last quarter. Kai Mears
He's a good chance for our rising star Garage Stores Southwest.
goes short and finds Fraser. Comes in board and finds Sanford.
They're playing Busselton's little short kick game now that they like to play.
Plays on now. He'll drive the ball right at the top of the goal square. They have the numbers here. One of them's Wood. Big spoil. Comes down. Gets it out towards Tucker. Picks it up. He's got to wheel around. Kicks under pressure. Great smother there from Meadmore. Comes back to Tucker. Sanford comes in. Huge tackle from Austin.
It is just
There was
fierce.
a bit in that, wasn't there?
Oh, Bunbury mower service blades are just smashing at the moment.
Well, as I said before, the reward is a chance to carry on your season.
Right on 50. Wood comes over the top. Chinnery's been important since moving into the ruck. Comes out to Mitchell. Spills out to Ganza. Chucks it onto his right boot. Across the front of Eckert came Kerwin. In they are again. One of them's Torrey. Had a terrific second quarter. She's tough down there. Umpire lets it go on. In they come now.
It's
That'll
all
be
in the
thrown up.
Magpies forward 50 though.
You can see how they've set up. They've got 3 or 4 loose players. As soon as it goes over the back, they're going to slingshot it straight back in. Wood gets in front, wins the ball down in front of Eckert. Umpire will throw the ball up 30 metres out from the Magpies' goal.
So they're going to do it all again for Hyundai. Up they go. One down by Eckert. Taken out by
no.
Eckert. Snaps for goal. And he misses. No, it's still in play. And now it's... No, it did cross for a
Gee, when
behind.
that left the boot, I thought it was right on target. Oh, this is dangerous.
Oh, big spoil there from Mears. Man of the moment. Still inside the boundary line. Bounces up, but it's gone over. So
Gee, he
there'll be a
covered
ball
some
in.
ground then, didn't he?
Absolutely.
He was absolutely out of the play, and he just covered. That's where you just will yourself to do something.
Ball to come back in for Cash for Cairns. Right forward pocket for the Magpies. It's 4 points, 6 points of difference in the Magpies' favour on the scoreboard. Taken by Wood. Goes down to Tucker. Picked up by Austin. Kicks the ball towards goal. No mark to be taken by Cameron, and it's another behind to the Magpies, but that's a handy one.
That's a handy point, that, boys. 7 points. 2 scoring shots for
They
the
play on
Dogs.
straight away. It's Taylor. Has a bounce. Gets around Cameron. Has another bounce. Comes outside 50. Goes wide. Across the front comes Crichton to affect the spoil in front of Perks.
I think it's time to break the glass and put McKenna Taylor into the middle.
Ball to be thrown in. 75 metres out from the Magpies' goal. 3 goals, 9.27. 7 points the margin. 3 goals, 2.20. Spot in the grand final. Another goal here to the Magpies might be enough. Woods wins it down once again. Comes towards Perks. Spills over there to Hoffman. Spoiled off the boot. Lands in the arms of Parkinson. To Austin. He drives the ball forward. Goes over the top of Eckert's head. It's all about the bounce here.
Whoa!
Bilchich sees it over the line.
Tell you what, Eckert's got them all panicking, hasn't he, when it comes in?
It's just the balls. All the Magpies at the moment. It's just coming in there at will.
Taylor.
And Bunbury can't, as Weaver said, Busselton has set themselves up nicely behind the ball.
Taylor brings it out of fullback, coming to member side, has a bounce, gets to 35 and just lets fly with a mongrel. Perks underneath it. Oh! That's a real contender for the CP Outdoors mark of the day. Takes a one-hander on the chest.
If you don't mind.
At left half forward for the Maggies. Comes inside the boundary line, puts it into the corridor. Right to the hot spot they fly. Coming across the front's Austin. Tucker grabs the ball off the deck. Handballs there to Field, and he mongrels it forward to the far side. It's a foot race between the two number 6s. Fraser and Hall. Fraser just gets rid of Hall off the ball and gathers the footy himself. Goes to Howell. He can't take the mark. Salzburg has it. He's brought to ground. They're going to ball it up 60 metres out from the Maggies' goal.
Time ticking away on the Bulldogs season. Mac, they need to find something, and very quickly.
19 minutes on the clock for Preston Power Equipment. Up they go for Hyundai. One down by Wood. Socket off the ground by the Bulldogs. Taken there by the Maggies zone. They put the ball back inside 50. Clears the pack. Hits the deck. Cameron gathers beautifully. Dribbles it towards goal. Goes across the face. And it is 1
Wow.
behind. It's all happening here at Hands.
What an
That would have
effort
been
there by Cameron.
WA Carver Supermarket goal of the day, wouldn't it?
Well,
Deep
they've
in
got to
that
take
forward
a
pocket.
risk now, the Bulldogs,
Straight up
don't
the middle,
they?
that's where you got to go. There's no
9
other
points
play.
the margin. Taylor plays on out of the goal square, goes around Eckert. Done that 2 or 3 times, straight up the middle of the ground. Knott's there. Now they have the numbers. Comes back inside 50. Eckert in front position. Runs underneath the ball. Then they come. High tackle. Play on. Nothing to see there. Comes back to Eckert. Snaps on goal. He's hooked it too much and it's gone out of bounds on the full.
Geez,
Nothing
Jackson
to see
Arbon.
there. It's a little bit unlucky, I think.
Jackson Arbon burning some carbon.
Umpire in best position. He was right next to it. They've umpired well today.
They have it that. Let the game go.
McKenna Taylor will reload once again. They're running out of time. There hasn't been a quarter today that's gone past 24 minutes, so 3 or 4 minutes left. And Busselton with the only 2 goals in the last quarter.
Bulldogs need
Plays
2
on
to win
now,
it.
straight up the middle of the ground. In front was LaMonica. They have the numbers once again. Mears is there. Sanford's there. Austin's there. Tackled and tackled high. And he'll put the ball right at the top of the goal square.
The Bulldogs need to get all their numbers to that middle of the ground and then just lock it in and see if they could run it rugby style forward. They didn't do that. And now Busselton have a shot for goal to seal this game.
This bloke has been brilliant today for 4 quarters.
He'll have a shot on goal, 55 metres out, directly in front.
Had an outstanding season.
And this would be the final nail. 9 points the margin. Aidan Austin, terrific all day. In he comes, close to 50. The wind's carrying it. It's still carrying Casella Land at the goal square. and it's spoilt through from behind. 3 goals, 12-30. 3 goals, 2-20, 10 points the margin, 21.5 minutes gone in the last.
Bulldogs requiring 2 into the breeze. Could be a bridge too far.
So forget the spread, get all your players to the middle, go as long as you can down the ground and see if you can knock it over the back.
So that looks like what Taylor's going to do. Brings the ball out of full back again. No, he comes to the member side, gets some candy, has a bounce. Nearly runs it outside of the 50. He's got Bilsich on the outside. Bilsich grabs it and hacks it up towards just in front of the wing. Parsons flies. Ball comes out. Magpies in Crichton gets a handball out. Taken there by Bowman. He snaps it into the corridor. Eckert's underneath it. Ball comes back. Salzburg can't quite get there. Eckert still applying pressure. The Bulldogs fight on. It trickles over the line. There'll be a throw-in the left forward pocket for cashforcairns.com.
This is going to be the lowest winning score in a final, gentlemen.
What's going to happen here? Boundary umpire just setting himself. We've got Eckert and Wood. Wood smacks this one back to Taylor. He can't get a hold of it, and they're going to do it all again for cashforcairns.com. Left forward pocket for the Magpies. Alan Crane just checking his clock for Preston Power equipment there. Ball to come back into play. One down by Wood. Got it to Field. Field got it outside, but only as far as that man Mears. And the Meerkat's going to go back and have a shot for goal from 45 out, dead in front. This, if he can kick this, will be the sealer.
Well, I think the Magpies have done enough anyway, Mac.
Mears, Kai Mears. Weaver's called him throughout this quarter.
Yeah, definitely a chance for a
terrific.
rising star grudge towards Southwest.
Dead in front. Making his way in now. Gets to 50. Let's go from 48. Eases the ball through. I think it might have got over the line. It has. Kai Mears has got Busselton into the 2025 Southwest Football League Grand Final.
Yeah, he's been good all day, hasn't he, Kai Mears? Good young up-and-coming player. And they have done enough, the Magpies. They were challenged by the Bulldogs. There can't be too long left in this game of footy, gentlemen.
Well, this quarter for me has been set up by the third quarter. They pressed Bunbury on the far side of the ground, held it up. They knew they were behind. They couldn't get a score up the other end, but they've worked hard, and now they've got the win. Their tails up, and geez, they're setting up well behind the ball, and every time it goes back, it just comes back with interest into their forward line.
The supporters know it now.
Supporters already.
Busselton 4-12-36.
I reckon
Bunbury
someone's
3-2-20.
had a go at the time clock and said how much is left.
They're home, the Maggies.
So, ball back in the middle, 24.5 minutes gone in the last quarter. Up they go, uncontested
bang.
as Wood knocks the ball forward towards Jet Wood. He's tackled straight away, comes towards Field.
Still tackling for Bunbury Mower Service.
Kemp tackled him. Ball to be thrown up. Forward to centre, Bunbury's way. 16 points the margin. Wood wins it down once again. Comes to Sanford. He's been terrific. They have the numbers. And the mark is taken by Jackson Arbin. Had Crichton running past. Holds the ball up. No one's on the mark. He'll drive the ball long. And there's a siren.
It is all over here at Hands Oval. Busselton will progress into the grand final next week. 4-12-36. The Bunbury 3-2-20 will be back after the break to wrap it all up. 5-7.
I don't want.